Sorry for the background noise, y'all. Trying to get this thing propped up because my picture frame leg broke on my case, so it doesn't stand up on its own anymore. Shoot, what should I talk about this time? There's so much to go over. Yes, what I said before, Jen, the night of the pool incident, what she pulled to stay there that night. The phone call to her dad, lying to me, making me believe that her parents lived together. Yeah. That's how she stated it. You know, I've only met her, at that point, I had barely even met her dad. I met him at work. I never even been to her house, even though I knew they, lived right across the street from the hardware store because they told me. Well, her and her dad told me. Yeah, I didn't find out till later that her mom and her dad were actually split up and that they weren't in a fight at all. That was all a lie. She wanted what she wanted, which was me for some reason. Yeah. She also doesn't talk about the day that we were walking around in town and she decides to cross the road and look the wrong direction and then go to step in front of traffic. Even the dude that worked at Wendy's with my mom's manager, it was my mom's manager's boyfriend that seen it. And Jen almost got hit. I mean, literally that close. If I wasn't there and grabbed her by her shirt and pulled her back, she would have been hit. Of course, let's not talk about that either, right? Let's not talk about the fact that you were put on bed rest and you get mad at me because I have to go to work. Work. Where, where do you think money comes from? How do you think we got that apartment? It wasn't you. And what'd you do? Messed around with Brian Little. Yeah, you did. See, I know Brian very well. And I know what he's about. And I also know what was going on at my house when I come home that day. You think I don't, but I do. Not only that, I know his girlfriend Angela very well. She tried to tell me I didn't know anything about these people. He was my roommate in Elkton. Just before I met Jen, when I lived on Mackle Street. Yeah. Motherfucker never paid the rent. Always tried to get me to pay all the bills, and then tried to have his little heroin addict friend over there to try and threaten me to make sure I paid all the bills. I said, let me tell you something, motherfucker. I've been paying all the bills for the past 4 fucking months. Your ass hasn't done anything. You owe me money. You owe half of these fucking bills and rent. So I don't give a shit about you or your little bitch boy. That was the night Brian Little and his little friend got their asses whooped. I didn't get arrested. They did. 2-on-1. I demolished both of them. People think, oh, well, why are you like that? Because I grew up street fighting. I was actually a very sweet and nice kid. I didn't even like fighting. I was made to fight because I was nice. And I started winning from the first fight they put me in. So, of course, I was entertainment. My first fight they put me in, I fought 2 people. 2. I was 7. I didn't even know what was going on. I just seen a ring. A ring of people. We were in a trailer park with our babysitter. We were not being supervised. We were told to go out and play, so we did. And this is what we ran into. And I seen a big group of people. Something was going on. That part is my fault because I wanted to be nosy. So I dug my way through the crowd to get up front so I could see. Guess what? There wasn't nothing going on yet. And because I dug my way through the crowd, they got pissed off and pushed me in. So yeah, I was made to fight. I was made to fight grown men. And people trying to run their mouth. That ain't true. Yeah, well, you can think what you want. Yeah. Yeah, some dude named Rick. Another dude named Kenny. Charles Powell. I know his full name. That's only because my mom used to scream it all the fucking time. But anyway, oh, he deserved it. Oh, yeah. Mm-mm. If a person doesn't deserve it, I'll stand up. But if they deserve it, you'll see one of these. Should have shut up. What? You see how I get drug into this stuff? I don't know if y'all heard that or not. That's my nephew. This is how he talks to everybody in the house. But he's loud. Just like his mama. See what I'm talking about? This is the shit I had to put up with as a kid. Why am I the way I am? Because of that. My sister attacks somebody. My mom gives her the benefit of the doubt. I have to defend myself. I'm crazy. I attack everybody. Right. That's how you win a fight. It's a fucking fight. It ain't, oh, stop. Don't hit me. Bitch. Especially as you get older, and every man knows this. You want to shut that fucking fight down. In majority. Well, in general. There are some fights where, depending on what the person is doing and all that, you want them to feel some pain. So they understand. Don't do this shit. But, of course, because of my size, I'm a heroin addict. I'm a crackhead. I'm all these things that I've never done. Never. But anyway, yeah, we deal with this shit every day. He just got home, right? Sees us putting away the Christmas decorations, and instead of helping, he leaves. Right. This is the one that gets a free car. This is the one that gets anything he wants. Causes all kinds of hell in the house. Just like he tried to do. Something about something was miscounted. And what does he do? Oh, well, you're baby. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not her baby. I'm her youngest. I am not babied and spoiled by my mother. Y'all think I'm here for free? Y'all see this shit behind me? Yeah, there was nothing down here. Nothing. I built all this. Yeah, all the material, everything you see, I paid for. The only reason why the ceiling's not done is because we had a couple of leaks that were going on, and she wanted to argue with me on how to fix them. I told her it was the wax ring to her toilet. She told me there was no way. So one day when she was gone, I replaced the wax ring and put the toilet back in. And guess what? No leak. No, she started acting like that because at 1:39, me and her were not getting along at all. Because my brother was home, and she was acting like a complete asshole. Talking about my own mother, yes. Even though I'm the one doing all kinds of work for her. Yeah, she needed the kids watched. I was up there watching 19 kids, sometimes 22. Yeah, by myself. This is a woman I've never dropped my kids off on and went for any long period of time, ever. She did that for my brother and sister, but not mine. I was in the hospital delivering my daughter, Kirsten. Or no, Talon. My son Talon. And obviously, kids can't be in there. So I had to have somebody watch them. I asked my parents. And of course, it's a big fight. And I'm like, look, I don't know how long it's going to be, but I need to be up there. And they cannot be up there. Weren't allowed in their rooms like the other kids were. The only time my kids were allowed in their room was just before they passed. And it was Nolan was the one that was allowed. And because the first time he went back there, I went back there to make sure he wasn't giving them a problem, which he doesn't. He just got a lot of energy. He'd probably jump on their bed, stuff like that. I was just making sure he wasn't being a pill for them, even though he wasn't a bad kid. What are you doing? Checking on my son. He's fine. Really? Any other time I'm yelled at, don't let him come back here. Keep him out of there. Don't. Now, mind you, it's their grandparents. Yeah. See, she didn't have to work too hard to alienate me from my family. She knew there was already problems. She just played on them. Jen tried to say the same thing, even though she knew my family hated her guts. Why? What'd I do? You know damn well what you did. And you still sit here and try and act like it was all me. Typical. Is this what you did to your older brother, too? Yeah, remember when you called him down to our apartment saying that you were getting beat up when you weren't? And what he tried to do, act like he was the voice of reason, even though I told him, I said, there ain't nothing going on. She just won't move from out in front of the door. I'm trying to leave. She is entrapping me. She calls her brother, says that we got into a physical fight, which we did not. The only one yelling and screaming was her. In front of the door, on her butt, with her hands around her knees, begging me not to leave. See what I mean? But of course, it's not on video. So everybody's like, well, we don't know that. Well, whatever. It was 2 Morgan Court, Northeast Maryland. And see if I can remember the year. Should have been the year Jasmine was born. If not, the number year before the year she was born. All depends on, She was born in April. So Jen was pregnant in, Christmas time, New Year's. So she was kind of pregnant in both of those number years. You know what I mean? Even though it's not quite 12 months, it still changes to another one. So let's see. Yeah, that would have had to been the number year before Jasmine was born. So that would have to be 2002, 2003, around there. Yeah, because Jasmine should be 19, 20. I think she's 2 years behind Kyle, and Kyle is 22. So yeah, she should be 20 this year. Well, the April that just passed, so I think she's turning 21 in this April, and then Kyle turned 23 at the end, because his is in December, hers is in April. So, but my 15 minutes is up. Don't worry, I'll be back. I don't care if y'all don't like me. There's people out there that know what I'm talking about.